The general rules of the bank is hereby suspended. We will have an executive session. Sorry for delay. We discussed it thoroughly, the one item, and I hereby authorize our legal person in this bank to say something.
If you could only refer to the bidding documents that we have released, on the number 9, it was stipulated there that each bidder shall submit 2 hard copies, 1 original and 1 photocopy and 1 electronic copy on the second. The purpose of such is, if there are discrepancies between the original and the photocopy, the original shall govern. If there are discrepancies between the hard and electronic copies, the original hard copy shall govern. So from the very essence of this stipulation, the original copy is very vital to us to see if the photocopies that has been submitted to the technical working group and to the bank members are one and the same. So for this matter, we rule that the original copies that we stipulated here are the originals, not the certified true copy that have been presented.
That is an unanimous decision of the bank. So if the original is not submitted within this, then the bank will we declare it failed. So one failed, one mark failed, meaning we will not continue to the other documents. Okay, we may hear the statement of the representative of Lehman.
Sir, as you can see, lagi kaming sumasali sa mga bidding with the other co-ops. And the documents we are submitted today is the one na sinasubmit din namin. As you can see, that documents of original is a certified true copy of the agency, like SEC, the certified true copy coming from the SEC. And if you take note the checklist that you submitted to us, we have the under oath certification that the copy that we are submitted is authentic and original. So that if you, kung ipupush nyo sa amin na isubmit ang original, these documents will not we cannot submit the original because we have only one original left to us.
With regards to the answers you have told us, we said that it should be submitted for verification. We will only see the original so that we can match the original documents to the photocopied documents. As to it, ma'am, we had a pre-bid conference. So for the submission of the documents, it should have been asked if we are really saying that the original is the original among original or is a certified true copy of the original. So when it's basic, it's very layman term that we require the original copy for verification.
So that is now the unanimous decision of the bank. Then we will not proceed to the other documents because the first envelope requirements, folder number 1, then our mark is paid because it's not complied within the bid documents that you bought. So specifically para number 9 requirements. So we will proceed to the next bidder. Okay, okay.
Parang kristalla glass. I-substantiate ko lang po yung sa lima. Like, bali yung sa, in context po sa yung submit documents po ay nag-refer sa entirety ng documents na isasubmit during the bidding. Ngayon po, in practice, saka po doon sa naging experience na namin, ang original bid documents ay ipinapadala during the bidding for presentation purposes, not for submission. Ngayon, kung hindi naman specified na libel doon sa documents na isasubmit for bidding, kung hindi naman specified na dadalhin namin yung original, subject siya for post-qualification para doon sa evaluation sa verification ng mga documents na kopya ng original. So kaya nag-attach kami for purposes na certified na namin sinabit at in-attach namin na yan ay isang authentic at yan ay isang parang kumbaga faithful reproduction of the original. Kaya kung makikita nyo po yung authority to back na naka-attach na document, nakasaan dyan, certified o hindi yung sinabit namin documents, dapat ay authentic siya, faithful reproduction of the original. Kasi po, hindi namin pwedeng dalhin yung original dahil pag on the way dito at nawala yan, tanggal kami sa trabaho. At saka hindi pinapahintulot ng company na dalhin yan without specific request from the requesting agency kahit pa bid doc. So, kailangan ng request ng kung sinong may kailangan agency, nadalhin namin yan. Para kung sakaling mawala yan, hindi namin solo ang pananagutan, hindi kayo matatanggal sa trabaho. So yun ang sinasabi rin po ng Linman kanina, na yung authority to back, saka yung certification of authenticity na makikita nyo sa, hindi ko alam kung envelope number 2 o number 1. Yun ang visa po noon, tunay yung aming dinalang documents. Pinatutunayan yan under oath na yan ay faithful reproduction of the original. Kasi hindi kami pinapayagan ng kumpanya na dalhin yung original without express written request from kung sino yung agency na may kailangan niya.
Thank you so much, sir. We understand the weight of the certified true copy is essence to such submission. May we ask all the bidders, do you have the same situation as of the companies?
Same, ma'am, the same. No, ma'am, no. You said original, so be it, original. If you bend the rules now, you will bend the rules all the way. So stick to the rules. Otherwise, I go home.
Excuse me, ma'am. Because I was not able to attend the credit conference, I would like to verify if this was mentioned in the credit that the original document should be submitted for verification. Otherwise, as per our experience in the past, during the bidding in other co-ops, they don't require the original documents because there's already a certificate of authenticity which is duly notarized. Otherwise, that certificate is useless because you are authenticating the originality of that documents.
Sir, as for the authenticity, the originality of the documents, it was very well stipulated in the bidding documents purchased by each bidders that we require first the document is in original form. So, by itself, the bidding document is the very Bible of every bidder. So, the referral goes to the number 9 stipulation that the bidder shall submit two copies one of which is the original.
You are referring to item number 9. Each bidder shall submit 2 hard copies, 1 original and 1 photocopy, and 1 electronic copy. The rules of the other co-ops also stipulates this, 1 original and 1 photocopy. The original that they are referring is for the bid documents like your bid proposal and the other documentations. But for government documents like SEC registration and other same document, it is not required for us to bring it, not unless stipulated, submitted for verification. But here, under item number 9, it is not stipulated that it is submitted for verification. So all of us interpret it as original in the sense that certified to copy.
Wala. So pag sinabit namin yan, pwede nung hindi isulit at our own risk. Ngayon, to validate or to address your concern or to address your point, ma'am, na kinakabahan kayo baka peking yan. Let's go to the page 10 of your bid documents for post-qualification. Number 1, bank shall verify and validate. So it's not during the bidding process, you verify and validate. You, during the bidding proceeding, you must establish if the bidder has passed or failed. So, ang sa Tagalog yan, sabi nga sa bidding sa PACC, meron ba o wala? Meron o wala? Ganun lang yan. Kaya kung interesado ka kung expired yan, hindi, nasa yun. Pero ang establish lang dyan, may attached pang mayor permit o wala. So, ang question lang sa duration ng bidding, during the bidding, meron ba o walang attachment? Hindi sinasabing Xerox pa yan o original. Hindi. Kasi kailangan mong establish kung eligible yung bidder. Ngayon, kung kaya yan hindi, during the post-qualification, ayon dun sa inyong bid documents. Kasi hindi yung sinabi sa bid docs nun, so solid yung isasubmit namin. So, paano namin isasubmit yung original? So, in essence, naging practice yan sa lahat ng bidding pag government procurement ang pinag-uusapan. Hindi yung sinabing solid, paano namin isasubmit yan? Diba, mayor's permit, sinabit namin, original. Hindi naman sinabing solid. So pag winala nyo yan, wala kaming hapon. So yun lang yung aming concern. Bakit hindi kami talaga nagsasabit ng original? Ngayon kung may bidder dito na nagsabit ng original, pag hindi yung sinoli, wala silang magagawa. Yun lang yung aming concern. Maraming salamat. That should be my last point. Thank you.
Sir, to answer your last point po, as what we have stated a while ago, the purpose for the submission of the original documents is solely for verification. By the nature of all human nature, any bidding documents, we do not by ourselves contain or retain the original documents. We refer non-official shall receive and remain the documents of any concerned stakeholders, for this matter the bidders, the documents that they have, which will represent the juridical entity of their offices. We only rely on it for authenticity purposes.
Dahil related yung point, sa sagot, i-reiterate ko na rin muna. Kumbaga, with due respect, ma'am, meron siyang schedule. Mabe-verify niya at mababalidate siya during the post-qualification, not during the bidding process. Ang ini-establish natin dito, kung may naka-attach pa o wala, ayon dun sa list na mag-i-establish sa eligibility ng isang bidder. Saka ang matagal nang nilinaw sa almost lahat ng sinasabihan namin cooperative na PhilReca members, PhilReca members. Lahat ng bidding documents nila, pag sinabit mo, walang sinasabi kung sosoli nila o hindi. Pag sinabit mo, walang sinasabi kung i-verify nila o hindi. Except doon sa part ng bidding document na sinasabi, post-qualification. And post-qualification is specifically defined on number 1 item na ang purpose ng post-qualification is to verify and to validate. So, hindi yan nilagay sa during the bidding. Kunyari, bidding ngayon, opening of bids. Hindi yan nilagay dun sa during the opening of bids. Inilagay yung process na yan, ma'am, sa post-qualification. Salamat po.
Another point. Number 9, each bidder shall submit 2 hard copies, 1 original and 1 photocopy. You said the original should be the original documents from the government agencies. That's folder, original folder, and another folder for duplicate, which is the photocopy. Where are you going to put the original price proposal? In the photocopy or in the original? Because in the original folder, you said you are going to return it back to us. So you are accepting only a photocopy of the bid proposal, financial proposal.
Sir, we did not specifically said that the documents here, I did not say that the government, how do you say that a while ago? I did not.
Government documentation. You are requiring it to be the original.
Yes, the original for verification
Yes.
only.
That will be put in the original folder, right?
Yeah.
So you are going to return the original folder back, right?
Upon the verification, but those that are within the concern of these bidding processes shall be retained, like those we will return the documents that are for your company, that will represent the entity of your company. We will not retain those original that will diminish your personality as a company. We will only refer. That is our point.
Yes, precisely. That's our point. It should be conducted during the post-qualification. Because the original here, anybody, you ask them, submit original and photocopy. Nobody will submit the original documents like the mayor's permit or the SEC permit, not unless it is specifically specified that the original should be submitted for verification. Because anybody will understand 2 hard copies, 1 original and 1 photocopy. The original will be the original certified true copy and a photocopy. Because nobody will submit the original. In any, I have been participating in so many bidding, even in private and government bidding. Nobody submitted it, not unless it is specifically, explicitly indicated in the bid documents. Here, it is not expressly specific or specifically stated that you need to bring the original for verification.
Ma'am, you called for a pre-bid conference. In the pre-bid conference, paulit-ulit ninyong sinabi, bring your originals for verification. Now, if you go back and do not believe your own decision during the pre-bid conference, ano na po ang mangyayari sa atin? Pabagbago na tayo? I brought with me the originals. I asked my company to give it to me because I will show it to you. Otherwise, my company will be declared failure in not responding to your requirement. Now, we are bidding for LASURECO. We are not bidding for any government corporations or entities. LASURECO po tayo. Bakit po mag-refer tayo sa ibang kumpanya? Kami rin po ay nagbibid sa mga iba't ibang ahensya, agencies of government, and agencies of government has their own ruling. If you make your ruling now for LASURECO, then I pray that you stick with it.
May I suggest na lang to check, aside from the three of us, are there any other who brought the original documents? How about Meter King? You have original documents? No, the original copies. They need the original. So it is also a certified copy. Almost.
I think our Bible now is the bidding documents. If we debate from the bidding documents, then we may go astray, as religion says. Like Quran is our Quran, like Bible is our Bible of those Catholics. Like us, in the bidding back, our Bible now is the bidding documents. If we debate from our bidding documents, then we may go to astray. You know what I mean. So, this decision is an unanimous decision by the bank, being the chair. Then we discuss thoroughly, lengthily, about your stand. Then we may go back also to our Bible. And our Bible now is our bidding document. So, as my co-members of this bank stated a while ago, that in number 9, for verification, this is the essence that we say for verification. If there is no original here, how can we verify the photocopy? Because if you submit it to this bank that the certified original and the photocopy from the certified original, where we can verify that photocopy, second copy, photocopy from the original, if you don't have the original being submitted to us. So that is our stand now, as we already decided unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, sir, since all of us here except one has the original, it's still a failure of bids. Because under NEA rules, there should be at least 3 bidders.
I authorize my one member to speak in behalf of the chair.
We cannot declare a failure of bidding because you came here, 7 of you. Yes, if you are eliminated, it doesn't matter. There is valid conduct of bidding. There are 7 of you. So there is no failure. Yes, it's a process of elimination. I will tell you an analogy. I go to the Supreme Court and say, I'm filing my application to take the bar. I say, we will check your papers. No, let me take first. If I pass, then you check. Will they allow me? No. I say, we will verify your credentials. Where did you go to school? Yes, they can verify that before letting you take the exam. Otherwise, everybody can file the application there. And I say, I pass, then you have to admit me to the bar. You see, there is a sequence of events. We cannot capture the process of the bidding. Once you are eliminated, that's why there is an elimination process. You cannot go to the next because you are eliminated. Do you agree with me? That's why, otherwise if you agree with you, we have to open all the way. We have to bend the rules. You say, you bend the rules about the documents, you also bend the rule about finance. You also bend about the technical. Until we open all the bids. It's not we have to put rules. No, you have to go step by step. Just like when you go to school, you have not finished high school, you cannot enter college. And then you understand us. That's what they look, they say, bureaucracy is ordered by rules. That's what is meant by bureaucracy, ordered by rules.
But rules should be specific, sir.
The rules is there. I consulted the legal officer of the NIA. There is no conflict there. It's very clear. You have to compare the original with the photocopy for verification. You see? You cannot give the excuse that you are not authorized. Because your principal are supposed to be here. There's one here. He came here. If he's the principal, he brought the document. Why can't you bring also the documents? Is he an exception? Because he came here as the principal? Otherwise, everybody will send representatives and you excuse us. You see, because it is stated there, you should have consulted your principals. Are you going to let us bring this? Because you should have consulted your legal people to interpret the provisions of that back documents. See, shall we bring the original documents or not? Because somebody here came with the original documents. You see, it's right. We do not change the rules in the middle of the game. If we win to you, we have to win all the way. Am I right? We have to win. You bend the legal requirements, you also bend the technical, you also bend the financial. We will go all the way to the opening of the bids. So in that case, no more rules. Am I right? Yes, because he can involve. You bend the rule on legal, you also bend the rule on financial. You also bend the legal on technical. What kind of bidding is that? Am I right? You can ask your legal people. If that is the way to bend the rules. Because it is clearly, explicitly stated there that it should be compared. It is not our fault that your principal did not authorize you to bring, because that is usual practice. But LASURECO has a different practice. I had an experience, you can ask them, during bidding for the solar, was there? Somebody came here with no specification, came there. I said, we vote whether to consider me or not. He was eliminated, he was voted out. Because he came here without technical specification. How can we see you are comparing this solar, solar units without even a description? You let us imagine what kind of product you have. You will eliminate him. So, am I right? If we bid to your request, we have to bid all the way. Now, that's not the process of bidding. Okay. Mr.
Okay. Would you wish to speak? Yes, I authorize to speak.
And to adopt with the statement of Dr. Ali, we wish to understand that normativity or the practice that you have been dealing with does not escape from the reality that there is a binding rules and regulation presented by the bank members of LASURECO. And as for us, as a separate cooperative dealing with special needs, we are really securing the authenticity and the originality of the documents, because we are not, we came from all the way from the Noble Sur. Our safety, the distance, the expenses that we have been incurring for this matter is, and the very essence of the project is our concern. So for this matter, we are really securing, and we want to make sure that everything that we are doing here is for the betterment of all, and by doing so, we are going to the very root of it, to stick to the rules.
As we said that what debating documents is our Bible, then we are ruled by law, not ruled by men. So therefore, I'm not a lawyer, but according to some Latin maxim, dura lex sed lex. This is our law. It may be hard, but that is our law. So we must have to obey it. So thank you. Temporarily suspended the rules. Okay. Rule of the bank is hereby declared operative again. Okay.
Being the bank has already ruled from Kristalla, I will manifest my opinion regarding the rules. So, ito hindi naman kailangan sagutin, but the rule will stay. But related to the rules that has been promulgated just now, I would like to manifest my opinion or comments that I hope should be recorded or be on record. For that, I would like to state that kung ano man yung nasabi sa big documents, kung ano man yung opinion nating lahat doon, at sabi nga ang bisa nun sa opinion ng POOC ay magdala kami ng original. Sa aming opinion ay binabypass ang procedure, shortcut na dapat sa post-qualification siya dapat mangyari. Ang naging intention nyo ay gawin na siya sa open of the bids. And I will cite rules regarding that based on your own addendum number 2, eligibility requirements, adoption of NEA form for procurement guidelines and procedures for disease. So, my opinion is, hindi pwedeng idiit ng LASURECO yung kanyang experience at ang kanyang sariling tools dahil specifically stated na i-adapt natin ang NEA form for procurement guidelines and procedures for disease. So, yung concern nyo na during the opening of bids, gawin ang post-qualification, sa tingin ko, in behalf of Kristalla, as an authorized representative of Kristalla, I would like to manifest our concern today, 11:48 a.m., that the rules you promulgated today ay hindi sumusunod sa NEA form for procurement guidelines and procedures for ISIS dahil yung gusto nyo mangyari ay dapat mangyari pa during the post-qualification period. Yun lang po. Salamat po.
I think all of our statements here is recorded. Secretariat? Okay. So shall we proceed for the next bidder number 2?
For purposes of future references related to that, we would like to have a copy of proceedings.
Yes, we will subscribe that, and we will provide every stakeholder. Okay, may I authorize again our legal representative here in the bank to say something about your comment?
Although we were not required to answer the statement or the comment you have rendered before us, we wish also to answer what you have just said. With the addendum number 2, we said that the one issue is eligibility requirement. And then for the clarification, we only stated that for the adoption of NEA form, because on the pre-bid, we were confused on the arrangement and the stipulations or the specifications on the form. So we said, okay, we will adapt the NEA form presented before us by the NEA so that there will be uniformity as to the submission of the documents. Thank you.
So we will proceed to, okay,
One more.
okay.
Sir, can we ask for minutes of the meeting of the Previn regarding this, that there's a express stipulation that original should be brought for verification.
Yes, we will give it in a due time because we have not brought the minutes. We will come to give it to you in appropriate, furnish you in appropriate time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. With due respect to the committee, I think in every private meeting, it is required that immediately the minutes of the meeting should be provided or a big bulletin should be given to us. There are so many manners by which you can give it to us. Either original copy, or you can fax it to us, or email it to us. That is very important today. No? And if I may share my opinion, no? Because last time we had suppliers accreditation meeting here with regards to how biddings are going to be conducted by NEA cooperatives. It was our impression that with the NEA administrator being present, together with the deputy administrator, Mr. Ed Piamonte, the intention was to find a uniform way by which electric cooperatives conduct their bidding. With the outcome today, no, it sends a different signal to a lot of suppliers who are present here and who will hear of the manner by which the bidding is conducted today. No? I know that it is LASURECO's decision to require the original to be brought today, but with the outcome that will happen today, what will happen is, does it mean that LASURECO will have a different manner by which it will adopt how biddings will be conducted as compared to majority of the electric cooperatives? That the intention really is to have uniformity, no?
I authorize one of the members of the bank to speak in behalf of the chair.
When we assumed management of LASURECO in 2007, I was designated the chairman of the bank. When we bid for the barangay electrification, we required original documents. You bring your original documents so we can compare. Some of, yes, Ms. Asama was the secretariat. Salama Abubakar was also there. Engineer Modia was also there. Engineer Lau was also there. Auditor was also there. We required him to sue us. Because in LASURECO, everybody can come here, come there, and say, oh, I am original supplier. And see? Maybe the other folks are not adopting that. But we wanted to be sure that suppliers who came to us have legitimate businesses. It's not difficult for you to bring. I don't agree that you cannot bring your original documents with you, because somebody has brought this original document. Why? For the first, for the barangay electrification, five bidders came to supply materials. They all brought with them original documents. You can bring them, but without attaching there. Say, this is my original, you compare. You see, this is certified true copy from this original. Is that so difficult to do? We are not asking you to attach, but at least you can show us that that's the purpose of verification. Because if we bend the rules now, we say, okay, we also bend for the technical, the computation like that. We say this bank certificate is not original. I can always produce a Xerox copy of the bank certificate. You know, we are not saying you will do that, but by experience. That's why we are very particular about original documents.
No, Senator, he never say objection not to open the bidding documents. So we will allow him to open the document. We will open it so that we can see.
Sir, I would like to request again to speak, sir, if you will allow again.
Okay.
Just for purposes of discussion, being that we already know who will be the qualified bidder today, can we jokingly request that the supplier that did not conform to the procedure be allowed to request their company to bring the original year for purposes of verification? Kasi ang purpose lang naman, nakatas dyan yung mga documents namin. Ang purpose lang naman ay kung i-verify yan, peke yan o mali o kung naiba sa original. Kasi ang pinag-uusapan natin ay 4 na dokumento lang. Mayor's permit, yung BPI or SEC, mayor's permit, tax clearance, and COR BAT 2303. 4 lang po yun. Ngayon, kung for verification purposes, can the bank allow us to bring the original here? Pero hindi kami aalis. May uutusan kami punta rito. Just to show you that the documents attached are in good, faithful reproduction of the original and authentic. That's all, Chairman.
Yes.
As a bidder, I object to the motion, Your Honor, because that is already improvement of the bid, and the bidding time is 10 o'clock. Inabutan ka na ng oras. So I object, Your Honor, for the record, na hindi na po pwede, because that is improvement of your bid. You cannot change your bid. You already put it there in front of the table. What is there is what is there. You cannot improve it.
My purpose for the request is your legal officer stated specifically that the only purpose is to verify. So it is not improvement of the bid, but in order for the bank to verify. Kasi dapat post-qualification kaya na yun ginanap na ngayon. It's because for the purpose is to verify. So that's my thoughts about that.
Okay, I authorize our legal
So
representative here to answer the...
I repeat, that's not amendment or that's not improvement of the bid because it's already there. The purpose is just to verify. As I would like to quote the legal officer that the purpose is just to verify, not to amend or not to improve, just to verify.
Okay, the rule of the bank is hereby suspended again for 2 minutes for consultation with the other members.
Excuse me, sir. If I may say something with what the gentleman earlier said, I think what the other parties are asking is something very small, no? Compared to the benefit what LASURECO will get. Imagine, if you only have one bidder, how can you compare the price? Allowing us to get the original papers, where you will be able to verify would allow LASURECO to be able to enjoy and get good prices, competitive prices. That is the whole exercise of this bidding. No? It is not to eliminate competitive bidders, no? Simply because of post procedure that is now being implemented. That is all I ask.
Mr. Chairman, I came all the way from Cagayan de Oro. Suppose I miss one document also. Will you allow me to go back to Cagayan de Oro and get it and present it to you here? That's not fair. I came all the way from Cagayan de Oro complete. Then they came just from Manila, incomplete. Ano ang gagawin mo, Mr. Chairman? Tapos na ang presentation ng mga documents. We are all here gathered. And now, one document, two documents are missing. Will you allow them to get it? We'll wait here, and then we open the bid. That is also bending the rules and improvement of the bid. So I object to that motion, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, this is just to substantiate my original quote-unquote joking request, but it's trying to be serious. To substantiate my original request, the government allows many forms of verification, not just submission of the original. So here, if my company registered in Quezon City, you can call the office, the LBO, legal, ayun, nagre-release ng business permit. You can call. Kasi nandun yung telephone number sa marriage permit namin. For veracity of that documents, you can call the office. It was specified in that marriage permit attached. About the tax clearance and the BIR 2303 VAT registration, if somebody has internet here, he can check online if the TIN or the certificate being issued existed. So, what my point is, submission of the original document is only one of the many forms of verification of the veracity of the documents. So, to supplement my original request, to give you the idea, it's just one form of verification. So my request, I pray for, I hope should be granted for purposes of verification. Verification na naman po, hindi naman po i-amenda o hindi naman i-improve yung bid. Kasi nandyan na lahat yan. So gusto lang namin ipakita sa inyo na good faith kami bidder. Sana naman.
As for the PAC members, we are strictly implementing what has been stated in the documents. First, strictness of eligibility do not mean shortcutting or acting in bad faith or having ambiguity within, but to show clarity. When we said the requirement to be submitted is an original form and on the second part is in photocopy, we stick to it. On the second merit, we have been now you have been now subjected to the doctrine of estupendo. A while ago, we were contesting for 2 hours the submission of the documents. Now that we are deciding on the merit and affirming to the decision we have rendered, presentation of the original copies are begging to be submitted for veracity on this matter only after 2 hours of going around the bush. Thirdly, the questions that have been pondered to us a while ago by the as to them, they have waived their rights on the questions of submission of the originality of documents because they did not attend to the pre-bid. It has been explicitly said on the pre-bid that the original copy should be submitted. So by the rules of this pact, we strictly affirm to the decision that the submission of the documents should be in its original form. Thank you.
So that is the decision of the PAC again as collegial body. Then after opening of the bid documents, envelope number 1 of silicon electrical supply, can we examine also?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
may I be allowed to speak again?
Okay, please.
I'm looking at Addendum 1 and Addendum 2. And if the pre-bid meeting was very clear, and it has repeatedly mentioned that the original government documents should be submitted, at the very least, it should have been included in the last addendum, or we should have been given copies of the minutes of the meeting. It is very silent. I do not know if you are saying that that is one of your qualifications, and you have repeatedly mentioned that in the pre-bid meeting. At the very least, it should be in the addendum. And also for the minutes of the meeting, I think it should be a practice that the minutes of the meeting should always be given. Now, I know that we are here in a learning process, no? So I hope that the cooperative LASURECO will be kind enough to accept our feedbacks coming from the bidders today.
I authorize again one of our legal mind in the back to speak in behalf of the chair.
As to the original form requirement, it has been stated in the bidding document that it is required. It is not required to be stated again in the addendum 1 and 2 that the original document should be submitted. And we said submitted. Now that you're appealing that it should be presented, we said submitted. Submission in form of presenting it here a while ago for 2 hours is different from now appealing, presenting it for purposes of accepting the eligibility requirement of your documents.
I think my co-members here already answered this inquiry of our brother here. Then can we be allowed again to proceed on?
Sir, one last sir.
Okay.
I know that there are certain procedures that should be followed, but I think we have to weigh which is the greater good for all here. No? The process that we are merely asking is the verification can be done after. Why do I say that we have to weigh the which is for the greater good of LASURECO? Now, alam nyo, at the end of the day, if you are able to, from this exercise today, since the whole back committee is here, it's merely asking you to be to find a manner where you can accommodate all the bidders who have been here and who are really intent on giving you good prices. The procedure that we are asking can be moved, can be verified after. But when you look at it, at the end of the day, sinong winner dito? Winner is your cooperative. It's our Muslim brothers will be able to benefit and be able to electrify your areas in line with our President's Daan Patuwid, and in line with his plan of the barangay electrification and sitio electrification. The more sitios will be electrified and energized. That's all.
Okay. Who,
I remember that during the pre-bid conference, only 5 were present. I remember that Pelican and London Industrial were not around. We are not around. Yes, we would like to take into consideration our possession. But a process like this is governed by rules. Yes, this is a quasi-judicial body. We are governed by rules. And we cannot change the, like I said, we cannot change the name of the game. Kasi ano yan eh, procedure yan. Diba? So, as much as we would like to let everybody participate. Kasi hindi pa namin alam na mayroon talaga mag-qualify sa inyo eh. Because along the way, lahat na eliminated eh. Maraming dadaanan yan. It doesn't mean that because one has presented an original document will mean he's automatically qualified. No? Doesn't mean. Because we will still look at his product. And there are 2 lots to be bid. Duplex and kilowatt-hour meter. We do not know if he will bid for both or just one lot. So this is still a process of elimination. We never know na baka ito ma-failure. So we have to go by the rules. Along the way, we have to go by the rules. If ever ma-failure, well, it is our mandate to come back and call for another bid. If ever may mag-succeed, well, ang kasiyawan is what is advantageous to the government. Yan ang bottom line. And all government bidding process, the bottom line is what is advantageous to the government. Yeah, this is government money, hindi itong pera ng LASURECO eh. So kaya, mayroon yan elimination process. We are guided by that dictum. Now, what is advantageous to the government? That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, any statement from the other members of the bank so that we can proceed to the second bidder then? Okay. Ms. Baru.
Mr. Chairman, I will only answer to the question that have been asked by my co-member. What is beneficial to the government? I think on my own view, it is the timely implementation of the program. If in the event of the bidding, in every stage na mag-o-open tayo, mag-eliminate, magbibenda ng good, parang nawala tayo sa essence ng pagbibidding. Parang lahat na lang nagiging humanitarian consideration or dahil hindi na-present ang ganito ng isang bidder. Kung nandyan naman ang pwedeng tingnan at naka-qualify naman, so be it po. Kasi ang hirap naman ng dahil lang sa isang document na to, hihintay namin kayo up to, say, 4 o'clock. Nawala din yung oras namin para mag-study kung sino ba talaga yung mag-qualify or kung may mag-qualify ba sa process na to. Thank you.
Okay, any comment to the document submitted by Silicon? Okay, upon opening of the bid documents of Silicon, we found out that it is also Xerox copy, not original.
Sir, ang original sir kasi hindi basta-basta po na ilalabas po ng office po namin kung wala pong written request ng mga any government agency o private corporation. And, kasi yan po ay permanente na po na naka-display po sa lahat ng mga offices o mga suppliers office po na ready for inspection po ng mga BIR, Bureau of Fire Protection or any local government agencies na biglaan po nag-inspection po sa mga building premises po. Kaya yan po ay tumutugol lang po sa certified true copy ng original at pwede naman po na i-inspect po yan sa during a post-qualification. Kausali po dito po sa Section 9, each bidder shall submit to hard copies, one original and one photocopy and one electronic copy. If there are discrepancies between original and photocopy, the original shall be burned. And if there are discrepancies between hard and electronic copies, the original hard copy shall be burned. Meron po kami sinabit po dyan na hard copy na software na pwede po naman yung ma-inspect po ang mga original authenticity po ng mga documents po na sinabit po namin. Nariyan po yung software po na this na in-install po ng office po namin yan. At during post-qualification po, pwede po kayong mag-inspect po sa office po na makikita po naman nyo yung mga original. Hindi po basta-basta po namin talaga madala po yan. Ginagala ko po yung rules po ng LASURECO na sinabi po ni Atty. Aliper Basir na dalhin po niyo palagi ang inyong mga original during bidding. Ngayon po, ito po ay isang verbal instruction. Ang sinusunod po ng mga bidder ay ito pong isinasaad po ng batas na naayon din po sa regulation na pinatutupad po ng NEA na kailangan po ay tumutugon po dito. Wala po masinabi po dito na dalhin po ninyo ang mga original na documents na katulong niya po ng mga yung aming po original na nakabase na po din po sa certified true copy. Ganun po. Maraming salamat po. Hindi ko naman po basta papaliwanag lang po ako para malaman din po. Ngayon, ready po kami na mag-file po ng motion for reconsideration para na rin po niya na magkaroon po kayo ng proper time ng evaluation po ng aming dokumento. At yun din po sa ibang bidder po para parehas din po naman laban. Kasi wala naman din po perfecto. Kung kayo po nagkakamali, kami po nagkakamali, parang-pares po tayong tao, nagkakamali. Ang batas din po natin ay hindi rin perfecto dahil tayo po lahat ay temporary din lang po sa mundo. Hindi po tayo Diyos para maging perfecto. Aminado po ko dyan. Wala po tayong sisihan.
The PAC is resume which business. So we are now on the evaluation of the envelope number 1 of the bidders number 3 Pelican Express. So upon consultation with the members, of the PAB, we come to agree that in the bidding documents that we sold or you bought from us, in the acceptance and opening of the bid proposal, page 11 of 35, page 9, number 9, paragraph 9. The BAC may exercise its discretion to qualify or otherwise interpret bid proposal not compliance with the Annex A. So, with this provision, it is our sound discretion solely either to disqualify or otherwise interpret bid proposal not compliant with the Annex A. So therefore, we come to agree that and upon our research, there is a doctrine being adopted by the Supreme Court. It says that documents certified through copy is just the same as the original. And purposely also, we are here to help us in the province of Lanao del Sur, as we agreed with other previous statements made before us, that we should help the people of the province of Lanao del Sur through this in buying the meters and the duplex wire. In any delay, in any hindrance that we could make on this, perhaps also it will also suffer the people of the province of Lanao del Sur. So therefore, it is our opinion now in booking this paragraph 9, acceptance and opening of the bid proposals. Under acceptance and opening of bid proposals, we are allowing the documents being certified from the original in order to avail of this statement that what is reasonable to the government. I think this is reasonable reason to the government to implement the project that are very needed to the province of Lanao del Sur. So therefore, as we agreed, as in the members of the BAC, we are reconsidering our previous decision that we will open the documents envelope number 1 of Lehman Power Technology Incorporated and the Silicon Electrical Supply Incorporated, subject for post-evaluation. That is our main reason. We do hope that my brothers here, the Pelican also can understand us. He's also from Mindanao. He's a Mindanaoan. And he joined or he sympathized the people of the province of Lanao del Sur to have a permanent electricity in the future. So therefore, may I request the technical people to, again, to open, we will open the documents of the Lehman Power Technology, but waiting for, we will open all. That is our agreement. Subject for post-evaluation. Do you agree with us, gentlemen, of Lehman Power Technology? Do you agree with the decision of the BAC about the Silicon Electrical Supply? Do you agree with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then about my brother, Bisaya, from What? Do you agree with us?
With deep regret, I defer to the decision of the bank.
Thank you very much. Then the kristalla class, do you agree with our decision? London Industrial Product, do you agree with our decision? Then Mr. King, do you agree with our decision? Thank you very much. The rule is hereby suspended muna.
May I allowed to speak on behalf of the initially disqualified group?
Yes, yes.
First of all, we'd like to thank the Bids and Awards Committee for your words of wisdom and for being able to review again about the valid points that we have raised earlier. You know, in any court of proceedings in the Philippines, a mere certified true copy is acceptable. And I'm sure you've done some research earlier. No? And I'd also like to point out that I brought with me the 2303 BIR, no? And I will show you why it should not be included in the pre-qualification. The 2303 form which you have requested as part of your pre-qualification looks like this. This is issued by the BRR, and the BRR always states that this should always be visible in your office premise once they enter. If they do not see this upon their entry, you are already violating something, and you will be heavily penalized. How can we bring this with us, no, when we come to bids like this? We participated, all of us are veterans in all these proceedings, this meeting. This is the first time that we have attended where a post-qualification is being done on a pre-qualification. And I'd like to state one of the reasons here, no, if I may be allowed very fast. DC shall examine and check the submitted documents of each bidder to ascertain if they are complete using non-discretionary pass-fail criterion. If a bidder submits the required document, it shall be rated pass for that particular requirements. Hence, bid proposal that fail to include any requirement or incomplete or insufficient be considered failed. Otherwise, the first envelope shall be rated as passed. There is a process where after the bidding is conducted, there is the post-qualification. Under the post-qualification, that is where you will verify all our documents. Why? The intention is to be able to encourage more bidders to be able to participate. Why? Because when we open our bids, like we are 6 here now, no? If we will open all the bids, no? And you will see, this is a bid where you see everybody's prices, you will get the best prices, because in your proceedings, it doesn't mean that if you are the lowest, it's going to be awarded to you. No. At the end of the day, you will verify the documents that we have. No? If we are the lowest and after verification, sir, kulang-kulang mga papers mo. So, the bid is not awarded to you. So, it goes to the next lowest bidder. So, that was what we have been telling you earlier. No? Why do you have to insist that the post-qualification be part of the pre-qualification? Now, I would like to put it on record, no? Because I would like to see the minutes of the meeting. That is very important. No? We are here because of the intent of being able to give LASURECO the best prices. We were here 2-3 months ago by the invitation of the NEA administrator. No? Because there's already a lot of complaints coming from different bidders on having not uniform manner of bidding. No? The intention here, we are all learning, we want a clear direction, gaya ng sinabi ng presidente natin, daang matuwid. No? All of us wants to participate in a fair, transparent bidding. No? So yung ginawa nyo is very admirable. No? Being able to retract it, I know, takes a lot of courage, no, to be able to say that you committed something na dapat iayos, no? And we're very grateful for that. We are not saying that we are the lowest. In fact, we might not be even the lowest. But sa amin dito is we want to see a fair, transparent process of bidding that will be applicable to all cooperatives. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you. The rules of the back is restored. So, before we going back to bidder number 1 and number 2, we will complete the evaluation. So, okay, we declare that eligibility requirement plus in documents of Pelican, particularly folder number 1, all pass. Folder number 2, all pass. Folder number 3, financial, all pass. And folder number 4, all pass. So that is our evaluation. Then we will go back to bidder number 1, Landman Power Technology Incorporated. So I request the technical people to assist us, then we will evaluate it again. Get all the documents of the submitted by Pelican Industry because all originals. Baka mawala pa yan. Mapailan ang kaso ng PIL. We have completed in examining the documents given by Kristalla Plus. The result is folder number 1, legal document, P. Folder number 2, technical documents, P. Financial documents, folder number 3, P. Folder number 4, Class B documents, P. Next ballot. Next ballot for the province of London. Okay. London Industrial Products submitted envelope number 1, folder number 1, original bid. Folder number 2, original bid, technical documents, financial documents, folder number 3. Then Class B documents, folder number 4, envelope number 1 of London Industrial Products. The documents we scrutinize in the name of London Industrial Product. Envelope number 1, folder number 1, P. Envelope number 1, folder number 2, P. Envelope number 1, folder number 3, P. Envelope number 1, folder number 4, P. So next ballot or next envelope, Mr. King, completed evaluating the envelope number 1 of the 6 bidders. Number 1, Landman Power Technology Incorporated, Silicon Electrical Supply Incorporated, Pelican Industrial, Kristalla Glass, London Industrial Products, and Mr. King. So we declare recess for 10 minutes in preparation for the opening of the second envelope. Voto proprio declared by the chair, recess for 10 minutes. Okay, let's proceed. We will start to open now the envelope number 2 of Landman Power Technology Incorporated. Yeah, ask the please open the envelope number 2. When you mark, when we open your envelope number 2, there is a finding of our technical working group. So therefore, the chair allowed the technical working group to give comment on the specification of the matter of Lehman Power Technology Incorporated.
The specification of kilowatt meter, our base na ang nakalagay po sa amin ay pinuri. Your base is meter. The cover. Your cover. Polycarbonic. Terminal cover. Saka yung base niya,
Terminal cover. That's why the brochure that we put is there.
Okay.
But it is also, we will deliver the phenolic.
May we hear your explanation so that will be put into record?
During Brevi, ang napagkasunduan sir natin, di ba, should be metal or phenolic. So it was done by our technical people, that documents. And the addendum number 2, napalitan yung base natin from either metal or phenolic to phenolic. So maybe it was overlooked by the technical people who do the documents. But the specification on the front page follows the addendum that you sent to us. So it's your discretion to accept that or not. It's okay with us.
Oops.
And in addition to that, we have stock at our warehouse na phenolic. Or incoming yung phenolic namin. That is the phenolic and the clear cover, we supply to Soketo that kind of meter. You can check with the Sultan Kudarat Electric of that kind of meter. Phenolic and polycarbonate cover. Metal cover. Ay, terminal cover.
pero yung ano mo dito, yung counter detection mo, wala kang ano, ilagay. Counter detection ba?
Tingnan mo dito, number 2.
Number 2?
Madam, page. Is this your final? So, madam, as you said a while ago, that you offer in line on addendum number 2 with phenolic. Am I right? So, with the price that you have quoted. Here. I would like to make it clear also that you only bid for meter only. So, we don't have offer of bidding on the number 6 duplex wire.
Yes sir, meter only.
So, on envelope number 2, folder number 1, the PAC decided that we mark it pass, subject for post-evaluation and inspection of your meter.
Yes, sir. That will do.
Then your bid price. Okay. We open on folder number 2, your quotation. Your quotation per meter is 750 per meter. Folder number 2, envelope number 2. 750 meter delivery on site in Marawi City. Okay? 750 pesos. Pay. Okay, we will open the next bidder, envelope number 2. Here.
Hello, Mr. Chairman. From Civil Electrical, we are ready to present to you the actual sample for your references.
See.
Kasi ito po yung bali po, pinol po. Kumbaga, talaga yung po yung design ng mga manufacturer pa sa mga coastal area sa taga-Kabitalan kalawangin po yung paglita.
Diba, pero minsan may ganito, alo siya. Hindi siya kinakalawang. May ibang ano, diba? Yung ito. Diba, may gano'n na alo siya. Kasi ito, kinakalawang ito. Kasi binibigyan ito. Baka rito, baka.
Plastic. Kasi ito po, pangalaki lang po ito sa ERCC. Display po kasi yung po pinaka-panel po niya. Ito po yung reading ng mga kilowatt hour na nagamit po solar. Pwede naman din po din i-test yan dahil subject for evaluation po yan. Makikita din po niya yung performance din po. Kaya pinapasampul po namin actual, padala po namin sa at least makita din po niya. May warranty po yan. Doon sa mga po yung over po namin doon sa technical po. May warranty po. Delivery period, warranty. Bago connected na po ito, wala po itong meter base. Kasi yung mga mostly meter base po, yung mga para po sa sample meter. Glass po yan, pinaka-base po niya. Yung sa baba ko yung base po. Pinuli po, PVC yung plastic po.
Terminal cover.
Terminal cover po. Ako yung cover. Yung base po niya. Yung pinaka-terminal connection po. Mapapag-aralan mo naman ng TWG yung composition. Ito po yung terminal cover po ang cover. Poly po, polycarbonate.
Yan ba yung
polycarbonate?
Polycarbonate?
Fiber.
Hindi naman.
Fiber plastic? Fiber glass. Plastic. Plastic ito po. Hard plastic. Meter cover. Ito ang fiber. Ang meter base. Ito. Plastic. Glass.
Hard plastic
ay
Performed by members. In lot number 1, conductor, number 6, complex wire, we mark it as pass with a bid per meter 16.40. Per meter. That one, meaning the wire, complex wire. This is subject, however, for post-evaluation. Okay. Then, as to lot number 2, per evaluation of the technical working group of the kilowatt meter submitted, they recommended that subject again for post-evaluation, considered market pass and an amount of 745 pesos per kilowatt meter. Okay, bidder number 3, Pelican. For technical evaluation of the DWP.
First offer and second offer for the event. This is the first offer. The second offer is described on. Thank you. Thank you.
You allow me to clarify some
Yes.
points ko procedure and impact. I heard, correctly if I'm wrong, na merong dalawang offer na Pelican related sa kilowatt meter.
Yes.
I would like to request the committee or back if that will not be violative of the GPPB rules. Hindi pinapayagan ang magkaroon ng alternative offer. That's the point of my verification. Thank you. And may I add that the mere presence of an alternative offer is tantamang to or ang ay disqualification. Thank you.
To take into consideration your objection, but like I said before,
I should make it clear na it's not objection but a point of clarification for you to
yes, okay, whatever it is. When we started, I told you that if we relax the rules from the beginning, we have to relax all the way until we open all the bids. Remember that? We cannot have say what is sauce for the goose is also sauce for the gander. Because I told you he will also be eliminated, and it came up. It was correct. So if we limited you all, you have to come back here, and it will be the third time. We will waste a lot of time. So in consideration, we admit that he tendered 2 bids, which is not allowed. Yes, precisely it's not allowed. Because bidding is hit and miss. And then you hit or you lose. But in consideration, because the other one is disqualified because it is metallic, we disregard that. So we will admit his tender for the penalty. Okay with you? We relax the rules for him also. Because he will not say, why did you relax the rules for them? Okay.
Yes, thank you for the ruling. What I like to point out is, kung i-maintain niya yung dalawang offer, that would be the violation. Pero kung i-withdraw niya isang offer, that would be alright.
Yes.
Thank you.
And most likely, he will withdraw the disqualified kasi metal eh. So from the start, disqualified yan. Hindi, di ba? So, what would you like to tender? The phenolic or the metal? Because if you tender the metal, we will disqualify you.
Phenolic, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, phenolic. Well, as to the duplex part, you also have two tender, because this one is not affected by that ruling, because we said preferably red. He offered black and he offered red. That's not covered by the rules on bidding, because he also offered the preferred color, so at different prices. Okay. So we will state there, if your product is colored black, he will also bid for the color black. He will match for the color black. If you have red, he will also bid for the red. Because we put there preferably. But we will also evaluate. Because if the cost is quite higher, well, that is the option of the bank. Okay with you? Because the offer for the duplex wire are two different colors, not only one color. Any clarification? If you have also like this offer, we will accept that because we say preferably. Of course, they have different prices. We know that. Black is different because color you have to, that's a special, So I think the committee will agree with me that they have different types. Okay? So he withdraw the tender for the metal. Okay. For the phenolic only. For the duplex, color black, 18.80 per meter. 18 pesos and 80 centavos per meter. For the red, 20 pesos and 20 centavos per meter.
Just for the purposes of my notes, can we allow to know what brand are offered for at least kilowatt hour? What brand? Brand of the kilowatt hour. Just for my purposes of my notes, for future references.
Okay. You have to technical, you have to the brand of the phenolic is Jiang Wei. Ito. General. Jiang Wei. Chinese, all Chinese products. No Filipino made.
Jiang Wei.
There is a minute to kaya. Original.
Sino to, kaya?
Mr. Chairman, and I call your attention. Sir, yung sa ceiling of electrical po na offer sa duplex, kaya din po pala namin i-serve po yung red. Kasi indent pa rin pala po yan.
Hindi mo kasi in-indicate na red eh. Dapat indicate mo rin na ito red. Oo, ito. Kasi nakalagay itong black.
Kasi yun daw pong black, standard po yun. Pero kung hinihingi daw po ng quali red, kaya din po red po ay supply talaga.
Kaya nilagay itong preferably, of course, mayroon dyan dagdag ng presyo. Siyempre, magkaiba. Alam namin yun eh. Kaya kung nag-tender ka ng red na ito ibang presyo sa black, we will accept that. Kasi they're preferably. Hindi ka man nag-tender ng black, ng red.
Pero malamang po yung presyo pa rin po yun. Kumbaga yung pong kulay, kayang iserve po yun. Regardless po siguro. Kung ano pong naibig po namin presyo.
Gano'n? Ako dapat nilagay mo doon, black or either black or red. Para alam namin.
Sige, sorry po, Your Honor.
Okay, while waiting for the technical group, we would like to open folder number 4. Folder number 4.
So ay sinunod na yung specifications sa original bid documents, addendum 1 sa addendum 2, which is glass cover. The display should be cyclometer. The instantaneous current rating is 10 amperes. The base is phenolic. Terminal cover is polycarbonate. Tapos anti-tamper. Yes, sir. With added specification that test must have PRC certificate of time approval. This is attached copy. And for the additional requirement to describe the anti-tamper features, first, hayaan yung paliwanag ko yung difference ng mga anti-tamper features. Sa ngayon sa market, may dalawang klaseng special meters, so hindi siya. Inalaw mo yung metro. So, yun po yung take-off ko ng discussion kung ano yung anti-tamper features ng metro ng kristalla, which ang brand po namin ay safari meters. Ang engineering design at patent po nito ay US. So, kung may namikit po ng safari, ang magdemanda sa kanya ay USPTO, hindi IPO. So, yun po yung yung unang-una po na anti-tamper feature ng metro ng safari, kung mapansin niyo po, may dalawang ilaw. Doon po sa nakakaalam na tinatawag na normal connection ng metro, dito papasok yung light, lalabas doon sa kabilang load. Tapos dito naman po yung karamihan sa clustering ngayon ay common grounding. Pero yung normal connection niya, individual grounding, tapos labas, parang yung neutral. So yung anti-tamper niya dun sa connection, pag pinagbaliktad mo, yung line at load, iilaw. Pag isa mananakaw mo ng kuryente ko, pero malalaman ko, may pinalaw ka, may pinalaw ka. Pag pinagbaliktad mo yung sa potensya niya, yung neutral, from ground to neutral, binaliktad mo, iilaw din. So, tapos yung nakakanakaw ng kuryente yung bahay, pero may way ka na malaman na ninanakawan ka pala kasi naka-alarm yung ilaw. Ang pangalawang features po niya yung terminal cover. Pag may meter housing kayong ilalagay, kahit tanggalin nyo na yung rubber gasket doon, so makikita nyo dyan mga tornilyo. So makikita nyo, kasi karamihan pag hindi to transparent, ang ginagawa ng mga nagtatap, nagbabypass dito. Kakabitan ng wire yung line side, tapos didiretso sa bahay. So parang ganun yung ginagawa. So pag ganun ginawa yan, pag kaya clear, makikita nyo agad. Lalo na pag wala yung rubber gasket. Pero pag wala kayong meter housing, naka-expose sa elements, kasi ito pang outdoor type, kahit walang tapping to. Kahit ilagay niyo yung rubber gasket, kitang-kita pa rin nun yung tapping ng nagnanakaw ng kuryente. So yun yung pangalawang features. Kaya na-design yung clear polycarbonate cover. Ito po, siguro ang pag binagsakan mo ng martilyo, hindi siya mababasag. Unbreakable siya sa ganung force. Pero pag pinumpok mo na, yun baka sakaling mabasag. Ngayon kung yung force lang ng kamay mo, hindi mo siya masisira. Makunat siya. So pag isinabit mo siyang ganun, pag pinangkaramihan kasi sinisira ito para maka-access sila. Hindi na masisira yan, masusugat ang kamay nila. Pukpukin siguro nilang martilyo, yun, masisira na. Pero malalaman ko ako yung sira yung cover. Ngayon kasama sa warranty namin, pag may ganung kaso, papalitan namin walang bayad. Kasama sa warranty. Yan, sira yung takip. Under warranty, palitan namin yung walang bayad. No question asked. Okay. Basta sira, report nyo. Deliver kami yung takip. O any parts of the meter. Ngayon po ang pangatlo, just in case, karamihan po ng metro sa mga liblib na lugar, binabasag yung salamin. Ito, kahit basagin nyo, wala siyang masisilip sa loob. Dahil naka-enclose siya ng hard plastic, semi-polycarbonate. Kahit walang cover yan, hindi mo masilip yung loob. So kung bihasa ka ng nagtatap, siguro, isa sa ulo mo lang yung traffic connection. Pero magdadalawang isip ka kasi, ganun pa rin ba yung laman niya sa loob? Kasi hindi mo masilip eh. So ang pang-apat po, yung nameplate ng stick-on. So pag nakakabit yung nameplate niya, wala kang makikita ng tornilyo. So hindi mo matanggal yung enclosure. So ibig kahit wala siyang salamin, hindi mo siya mabuksan. Then, in the event na tinanggal mo yung nameplate, ito, kita-testing ko, binabuksan ko dun sa mahuhusay na mag-tap ng kuryente sa Caloocan. Kahit anong ingat nila ng pangka. Yun ang good na yan sa kayong mga UP-UP. So, hindi pa nila yan natanggal. Pero the effect na tinanggal mo yan, kita, makatatadong halatado. So, kasi pag tinanggal mo yan, makita mo ito, lumabuksan mo na. So, yun yung pang-apat na paraan, paano malaman na tamper yung metro. Ang panglima po, yung glass cover. Ito ay tempered glass. So, kahit 95% ang humidity at araw-araw umuulan, hindi siya magpapak. So, ano ba ang importansya nun? So, karaniwan kasi, yung bahay, gusto rin niyang malaman magkano konsumo niya. Pinupunasan niya, ginagalaw niya, tinataktak niya. So, para ano yun? Isang form of tampering. Pero hindi mangyayaring lalabog siya, so hindi siya gagawin. Pati yung mga lineman natin, o mga leader natin, hindi na siya kailangan ng hindi siya dinadabuan ng kabok, kasi hindi siya nag-fake. So, walang human intervention na mangyayari. Hanggang masira, tuloy ng masira yung meter, hindi to, kahit hindi nagalawin ng tao. So parang yun, so hindi siya, walang way authorized man o authorized. Yung magnet, dalawang araw lang na ulan, may kalawang niya. At yung kalawang, ang unang-unang kalaban ng metro. Kasi pag kinalawang yan, lolobo lahat ang kinabitan mo yan. Pag lumubo yan, bibitak yan, papasok tubig. After 6 months to 1 year, pasusunod metro mo, tali ka naman ng metro. Sa sunshade na ibusan, meron kaming previous electronic phantom loader sa single phase electric kilowatt hour meter tester.
Okay, we go to the next bidder from the industrial. For 5, industrial with only for
duplex wire. And we offer black insulation. Yeah. Although you prefer red, we suggest to use black. There's a reason for it because black color is the best color to withstand UV light, which is ultraviolet rays. It can withstand, the lifespan will be long, and it will avoid cracking. Mind you, red color is the worst color in terms of UV light, the UV resistance. The lifespan will be short, and it will cause a cracking of the insulation.
All right. We would like to explain to you why we prefer the color red.
Yeah. Okay.
Because in Lanao del Sur, it's unlike other cooperatives. There you disconnect. You cut the service drop. They will replace that with the same wire, the same color. So you cannot detect if this was replaced or not. Whereas if you use red, which is not available in the market, you can easily detect it's replaced because our color is red.
We understand your predicament, but we are a manufacturer of wires and cables. We have the testing equipment. All the cables that we do that are aerial, duplex, triplex, quadruplex, for Meralco, Aboitiz, and all the other private utility companies, no one uses a red color or a different color other than black, because black, the base material here is polyethylene. Polyethylene has the carbon content. No? The carbon black content is very important because that is the one that allows the UV, ultraviolet, violet resistance for the sun's rays. If you use the red color, actually you can use other colors, but red is the worst color to choose. No? It is the wrong color to choose because the resistance is very, very low. After 1 year of constant exposure to sun and rain, that red will become probably pink, or in a matter of years, that will become white already. And the problem there, sir, the lifespan of the cable will be very short. No? And we don't want that to happen to you. No? Magiging maiksi ang buhay ng kable. Instead of probably be able to use it at 10-15 years, that would only be 2-3 years.
Okay. I don't know if I am right, because as far as I know, dark colors absorb light. Light colors reflect light. So when you absorb light, you also absorb heat. I don't know if my physics is correct. That's what I know. Dark colors absorb light, also heat, including ultraviolet radiation. Well, anyway, we will evaluate your bill. But the purpose there is precisely to avoid tampering, illegal connection. That's why in Taguig, Meralco adopted orange color. Yes. If you have seen Taguig, they adopted orange. So the consumers there have trouble looking for orange. They can easily detect, you replaced.
If I may react, sir, the orange color is also manufactured by us. That is a specific color that was requested by us by Meralco, but the intention of that cable, that is an anti-theft cable that has also UV. It has UV stabilized. That's a different type of material. Because we're the ones supplying all those that you see. Actually, it's not only limited to the Taguig area. All the depressed areas in Metro Manila, no, are using that orange cable.
Yes. All right. We will evaluate your proposal. So, your proposal is decided by the board, by the committee, passed. Secretariat, please indicate the bid price. The bid price is 14 pesos and 83 centavos Number 5. Lot 1, 14 pesos and 83 centavos per meter.
Grabe. Tanto. Yeah, kudos din sila.
Brand is
Unicorn, sir.
Unicorn.
Unicorn, U-N-I-C-O-N.
Shipper brand.
Unicorn.
Sir, the brand is Unicorn. Shepherd is the code name for duplex number 6.
I see. And, sorry. Unicorn brand.
Sir, excuse me.
This one, Unicorn Wise and Cable brand.
Sir, if I may just add lang for the other knowledge of the people who are here. The material that you're using for this duplex is polyethylene. The one that you see on the streets, that is color orange that you notice, that is only PVC. Very big difference. That's PVC based, this is polyethylene. Polyethylene is tougher.
Okay. Technical, please take note.
14.
So we now go to the last bidder, Metal King.
Lagunan Manukani.
Hello. Your specification kilometer single piece electronic total quality. Yung base mo plastic, polycarbonate. Yung cover mo polycarbonate, plastic.
Yan sir, komisari yung specs ng ano sir.
The PAC decides to include your bid proposal. You are only bidding for metal?
Meter only?
No duplex one?
Meron pa. Two. Lot 1 at saka lot 2.
Okay.
Okay.
The price for duplex wire, sir, 40 watt-hour meter, 812.68.
How much? 812 and 88 centavos.
68.
For the duplex?
Sa duplex po is 18.68.
Yes. And for the meter is 812.88.
812.88.
Yes. I read it right. Your brand is Alpha?
Sa kilowatt meter,
Alpha.
electronic meter.
What's the duplex?
Phoenix.
Phoenix. To these bidding documents that we dispense to you, we have to take custody of all the documents except the original ones from Pelican. You have to give us the certified true copy in conformity with the submission of the rest of the bidders. All right. On behalf of the Birds and Awards Committee, we hereby declare that the winner for Lot 1 is London Industrial Product. The bid price of 14 pesos and 83 centavos per meter. Then for Lot 2, the winner is Kristalla. The bid price of 618 pesos per unit kilowatt hour meter. However, these bid proposals are subject to post-evaluation. We also have the option to, because we said preferably rate, we have to decide on that. In order to we can still conduct post-bid evaluation. We have to conduct the post-bid evaluation by January because of the holiday.
Sa mga bid ban namin, sir, do we have an acknowledgement received for it or no? Sa bid ban? Since we managers check.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
It will be acknowledged.
Thank you.